What's going on, everybody? Simply Amazing here, back with another video. Now in this video we are doing a very honest review about the Call of Duty Weekend 1 beta. Now this review is going to be focused on just this beta alone, so Weekend 2 beta I'll do a separate review, and then I'll do a separate review when the game actually comes out, because you don't know what they can change from now to when the game releases. Now the first thing I loved about this game was the weapons. Now a lot of the weapons are really good, really strong. Now some weapons I love to use during this beta was the MP5, the M13, which is by far I think the best gun out there. We had the M4, we had the MP7, we had the AUG, and I just can't wait to try the other guns. I saw they had a P90, I saw they had a SCAR, but you can't unlock them in the beta, so I can't wait to try them when the game actually comes out. The second thing I like is the kill streaks. Now, we always wanted a Call of Duty that had some really good, strong kill streaks like they did back then with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. We had the chopper gunners back, we had the gunship, we have a lot of stuff. A lot of good kill streaks in this beta. They also brought back some amazing kill streaks. We have the Juggernaut, we have the Tactical Nuke, which you had to get 30 kills for, and I just can't wait to try to go for them when the game actually comes out. Of course, another thing I liked about the game was boots on the ground. Of course, no more jumping, no more wall running. All that stuff is in the past now, hopefully for good. Now it's just boots on the ground. It kind of feels like a Modern Warfare feel. They don't really, I mean, it feels like kind of a different game, but it still feels like Modern Warfare, if that makes sense. Now, another thing I noticed is kind of controversial right now, but the Minimap. Now, when the beta first came out, they didn't have the Minimap up, and a lot of people complained about it, including me. I mean, with me, it's either, you know, I'm fine either without it or not, but it's kind of helpful knowing where your teammates are. So during the beta, like Saturday, they released the minimap, but they made it to where if the enemy shoots, he won't pop up on the minimap. You basically just so you could see your teammates on the map. So as they're kind of like trying to test it out to see. I don't know why they really want the minimap gone, but they're just testing it out for now. So in the middle of the beta, they did add the minimap, and it actually helped a lot. It was good knowing where my team was. If I'm hearing footsteps, I know it's either from my teammates or from an enemy. And I know that was one of the big problems, so I'm actually fine with how the minimap is now, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about the minimap. Another thing was the time to kill. The time to kill was pretty fast. It's basically back to like the old Modern Warfare days where they actually die really quickly, not like Black Ops 4 where they take, you know, 3 clips to kill somebody. So that was really good. You could kill people really fast. Then, of course, we had the new cyber attack mode. That's by far probably going to be one of my most played game modes. It's basically like search and destroy, except you can revive your teammates. So you have 1 life. If you die, someone could go and revive your body and you get right back into the fight. And that was honestly my favorite game mode in the beta. I know a lot of people were saying that that was probably the most fun game mode that they played during the beta, so I personally agree with that. So that's probably going to be one of my most played game modes. Okay, now we're going to get to the stuff that I didn't like about the game. Now I want to hear your guys' opinions on this, if you didn't like it also, if you're fine with it. But we're going to run through this right now. My number one problem is the maps. Now I feel like, you know, I know he's only getting like 4 or 5 maps. And I feel like they are made for campers because there's so many open windows, there's so many holes in the building where they could peek out of, there's so many camping spots on a roof where it's so annoying to bro. Every map I was playing on, whether you have the cave map or that yard map, I forgot what it's called, or that other map that they had the 10v10 on, there's just so many campers. And it's just really annoying, and I was taking a lot of fun out of the game. I know they wanted to change the traditional 3-lane maps, but honestly, I feel like it just makes it worse. I'd rather have 3-lane maps than have these type of maps, because these maps have openings everywhere, making it it's just chaotic, and it's just really annoying. You can't enjoy the game like that. But hopefully all the maps are not like that. I can't say nothing because there's supposed to be a lot of maps coming out when the game releases, so hopefully, you know, there'll be a lot more good maps in the game. Now, another problem I had was the lighting, or like the players blending in with the map. For example, if you play on the cave map, they seem to be blending in a lot when they're outside, like against the wall or something, and it's just really annoying. So I feel like they should change something with the lighting or the brightness. I don't know, change something to where we could actually see, the players could actually stand out from the map and not blend in so much. And then, of course, we have the respawn delay, and the respawn delay honestly was kind of annoying for me. You know, right when you die, you want to press square, skip the kill cam, honestly, and go right back into the fight. But you can't do that now because it does like a little animation to where it goes over the map, and then you spawn back in, and it just takes away time. Like, it's kind of pointless. Like, they're trying to be like Battlefield. That's a Battlefield thing. We should just have it where we just die, we press square. If we want to skip the kill cam, we get right into the fight automatically. You know, I know it's not really a big deal, but a lot of people just want to get right back into the action. And then another thing was the mobility. I feel like the mobility is kind of, I mean, it's kind of fast. You could fast if you double sprint, so the mobility could be fast. I'm talking about like jumping and climbing on stuff is really like, I don't know. It's always been this way in Call of Duty, where it's been really poor. You can't climb over a simple wall without jumping on a box first to get over the wall. You know, when you play games like Apex, where you could actually jump freaking on top of anything, really, climb on top of anything, and then you go to a Call of Duty game to where you can barely climb on a freaking wall that's like, you know, 2 inches above you. Like, that's kind of crazy. But hopefully, I doubt they're going to change that, honestly, but hopefully they do in future Call of Duties. And then the last problem I have was the black and white screen. You know when you guys get hurt, when someone shoots you or you're injured, your screen basically becomes black and white, and then your sound is basically lower, so you can't really hear anything, and you can't really see anything because they already blend in as it is on these maps. So when you're black and white, you can't see nothing, you can't hear nothing. And honestly, I miss the old Modern Warfares or the old Call of Duties where if you just hurt, you get blood on your screen, but you can still see color, you can still see people, and it was made it a lot better. So hopefully they kind of tweaked that a little bit. They did. It looked like they did tweak it a little bit from the 2v2 alpha to where it's not as white when you get hurt, but it's still black and white, and it's just crazy. It makes no sense. Okay, so if I had to give a review on this game from a 1 out of 10, this beta will probably get a 5 out of 10 for me right now. Like I said, my opinion could change between next week's beta and when the game releases, so I'll definitely be doing more reviews as this game goes on. But as of right now, it only gets a 5 because I feel like the dislikes outweigh the likes of the game. Overall, it's still a pretty decent game. They just gotta fix a few stuff, and it honestly has a lot of potential, so hopefully, you know, they listen to everyone's feedback and they do what's right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. I will be doing videos for next weekend's beta and, you know, another review also. So let's hope they get better. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.